Check it out. Yeah, you know I'm always fierce in the fashion that I wear. I be stunting on my peers. Diamonds glare, make them steer. In the verse, switching gears. Moving forward, never rear. I don't even look in mirrors. Yeah, you know I'm always fierce. Garments in my closet so fly. They need a passport. Fabric imported from Indonesia. Need a visa. Popping tags at my leisure. Shift gears, two-seater. I don't care if I'm on a bus or a 10-speeder. You will never catch a mega in a dusty.
All right, what's up, everybody? Yes. All right.
It's Fierce time.
Fierce Friday, hashtag Fierce Friday. So we got it on and popping. Hey, somebody, put a smoke signal out to see if we can find Matthew.
Right. Where is Matthew?
Where is Matthew? If you know where Matthew is, yeah, please put a comment. If you know where Matthew is, last time we lost him, he was lost on OBT. So that's true. That's fine. That's fine. All right. So you guys is joining us at home. Thank you for joining us. This is Fierce Entertainment Live, episode 21. I'm Rob Henlon. I'm joined by my little sister Jessica. What's up, guys?
What's up?
And my sister from another Mr. Starr Dalton. What up, Starr?
Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining.
So we're kicking it off today. And if this is your first time joining us, we're asking you to help us out. We have an initiative that we're pushing for October. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers on our institute, on our YouTube. So we're trying to get to 500 subscribers on YouTube. So definitely, subscribe at Fierce Entertainment. And once you go to our YouTube channel, you'll be surprised. We have tons of footage of our past episodes. Like I said, this is episode 21, but we also have footage of our previous shows, our fashion shows, our networking events, and just, you'll see a lot of just fun stuff. So definitely check it out at Fierce Entertainment on YouTube. Help us get to 500 subscribers and hit that notification button. Word.
Yes, so much great stuff on our YouTube. So let's do it. It's a challenge. Let's do it for the month of October. So as you're watching tonight, this is an interactive show. So you see that share button, go ahead and hit that share button. Share us with your friends.
Yes.
Tag your friends, make comments. We're going to pull you right on into the show.
Yes, definitely share, especially if you know anybody that's into the music industry. Starr is going to let you know a little bit in a few minutes who we have on. We have some heavy hitters on today in the music industry. And so, they might be able to learn something. They might be able to connect right here. So if you know anybody that loves music, that is trying to get into music, definitely share this podcast or share this show right now with them.
Trick or treat. There's Matthew.
Oh,
what's up, everybody? I was actually in the wrong boat I was in last week, so here I am.
Yeah, right. Hey, we know where you were. Somebody started a rumor that you was lost on OBT.
Yes.
No, it wasn't. That's you, Rob.
Matthew, I said you were trick or treating because I know how much you love Halloween.
I love Halloween.
Okay, so Matthew, since you love Halloween and you came in late, we're gonna put the spotlight on you. What do you have behind you? What is all that stuff behind you?
This is a little bit of everything that I have going on. I just finished up with Miss Argentina, which is a Beetlejuice costume, which I'm ready just to ship her out, and it's very much sudden like your kid's off to school for the first time. Or college. So it's like you spend so much time and effort with them. It's like, all right, off to the world you go.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Cool. So we're going to jump back into the show. I'm going to let you guys know what this show is all about because we have a lot of people that's tuning in for the first time. And so if this is your first time tuning in and checking us out, Fierce Entertainment Live is a talk show with a happy hour vibe where we just kind of, we have some fun. We kick it. This is my team, Team Fierce right here. And we bring in other people and have fun with them. But you guys are part of the show. Ain't that right, Starr? So how can they be part of the show? How can they be part of the show? Let them know what they have to do to be part of the show.
So be part of the show. We have so many places that this is posted. We have it on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, you name it. So you can participate that way. Like they mentioned, comment, share, invite your friends. Our guests are actually they work with people all over and have been working with people even locally. So you definitely want to watch tonight and invite anybody that would be interested.
Yeah.
No doubt. So let's kick it off. So this week's dedication, we're dedicating this week to breast cancer awareness. But Jessica, So, tell us, usually we see the pink ribbons, right?
Yeah.
We see the pink ribbon, but I see a little purple in there. Are you going to tell us what that's about?
I am, and you notice I'm wearing purple.
Hey.
And my hair look purple too, doesn't it?
I know. It has a little...
I'm loving it. So the reason why I'm wearing purple and the reason why you see the purple ribbon is because October is not only is it Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but it's also Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So for today's Mental Wealth, we're going to look into domestic violence. And Mental Wealth is a segment that serves the purpose of getting rid of the stigma of mental illness or seeking counseling when needed. Because as you all know, my background is in counseling and psychology. So today's Mental Wealth is highlighting domestic violence awareness. And it's important to highlight the available services and resources that are out there so that people can get the help that they need. I have a little video clip, so you all check this out, and then we're going to discuss it on the other side.
Let's do it.
Oh, shoot. Where's the video?
There we go.
Okay, so this is one of the resources that I do want to highlight. This is the hotline. That's one of the many resources, but let's go right into the video.
Every 9 seconds, a woman is assaulted or beaten in the U.S. It's a crime that can affect anyone, regardless of race, age, nationality, social, or economic status. The clock doesn't stop. The violence has to.
Domestic Violence Awareness Month evolved from the Day of Unity in October 1981, observed by the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence. The intent was to connect advocates across the nation who were working to end violence.
Intimate partner violence is a type of domestic violence. It is a serious public health problem that affects millions of Americans. IPV is any violent behavior, including, but not limited to, physical or sexual violence, stalking, and psychological aggression or coercive acts by a current or former intimate partner.
Intimate partner violence can vary in both frequency and severity, can occur in heterosexual or same-sex relationships, and does not require sexual intimacy or cohabitation.
Okay, so a little bit of heavy stuff there, but again, it's important to promote awareness because you never know who you could be helping out. So a few things to highlight is that domestic violence can occur to anyone. A lot of times in the example, you'll hear women as the example, but men can be victims as well. It is not just pertaining to physical abuse. It could be emotional or it could be financial. There are several different types of abuse. And one big pointer is that if you're ever talking to someone who is in an abusive relationship or just got out of it, we should never ask them, well, why did you stay? You should never blame the victim because they are the victim and the problem is the abuser. And then just kind of highlighting that now that we are all dealing with the pandemic, with COVID right now, some people are more vulnerable because they are spending more time at home. And if their abuser is at home with them, then they're more susceptible to being abused. So with that, there are resources. Locally, you can dial 211 in many cities, and you will get the United Way with their resources. And then there is the Victim Service Center here in Central Florida. And then, of course, there's the national hotline. So there's hotline, and it's the hotline.org. So there
All
is
right.
your mental wealth, and that's why we're in purple.
That's why you're wearing purple. So I should have worn purple because anybody who's married, my wife is Puerto Rican. So anybody that's married to a Puerto Rican woman, any male, y'all know. So what's that number again? Let me write it down.
Are you a victim, Rob? Are you a victim?
I'm a victim. Let me look around, make sure she don't hear me though.
Right.
Oh, she hears
I might need some help later on.
You gotta call for help.
Shoot. All right. So shout out to that. Definitely. Thank you, Jessica, for that mental wealth.
Yeah.
And once again, our show is dedicated to breast cancer awareness. So if you wear pink for somebody during Fierce-tober, I like that. During Fierce-tober, if you wear pink for somebody, definitely tag them in the comments, and so we can shout them out. Anybody that you wear pink for. All right. Cool. So, Starr, I'm super excited about this lineup. Want to tell us one more time who we got going on?
Of course. So we have heavy hitters in the music industry. We have Andrew Lane. He's a producer. He's a songwriter, and he does many things. He's a multi-platinum producer, by the way. Jamaica Johnson and Marlena Alden of JamminMoguls. Amazing people. Long history with amazing talent. So I can't wait to hear the stories today.
Yes. A lot of fun. Cool. So, my back kind of itches.
Well, it sounds like we need to get ready for the scratch and pose. So let's get ready.
Let's get ready for the scratch and post.
Let's do it. What's up, everybody? This is the Scratch and Post with me. So, with a couple things going on right now, I'm going to touch on a couple things that are actually pretty funny. So, what would you say to a couple clothes or design wear that are distressed by lions or tigers or bears?
That's what? That's what dressed by them?
Distressed by them or designed by them.
Dressed like they're wearing what would they be wearing? What would they be wearing?
Just dressed like
they mold that.
The scratching pose.
Like teens and everything.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I like lions, but I don't know about that.
There's a Japanese brand called Zoo Jeans, and they ball up jeans and like shirts and everything, and they throw them into like the lion and like the animal pits.
Wow.
And they go at them, and then they sell them online, and they're called
No way.
Do they wash them first?
No, Rob, they just sell them directly.
Oh,
no way.
Yeah.
I'm sure they wash them and everything to get all like the cat smell and everything.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So they send it down to that Carol Baskin down in that Carol Baskin.
Yeah, Carol Baskin the Tiger King. Oh wow.
No, so that's what I call hot cat tour.
That was a good one.
Don't do that. Don't never do that again. No.
I won't. I wrote it down and was like so proud of myself. I'm like, I thought of this, and I'm like, well, it's really bad.
Yeah, that's one of my jokes. That's my thing. You know, don't I do the bad jokes, not you. Don't take my spot.
Moving past that, so Jessica did mention trick or treat. So, what's going on with Halloween this year?
Yes.
A lot of like cities and like counties that are actually canceling Halloween, but there are opportunities. The CDC has posted like guidelines and everything. The link is below. If you want to know like what the CDC is posting as to what like to do for costumes or like for like trick or treating, I do recommend this little guy.
Oh,
okay.
So interesting.
Okay.
Oh,
how many feet is that?
I mean, this is about 2 feet right here.
Yeah.
You gotta extend your arm and then extend it.
You can like extend out and everything. So if you're like trick or treating and everything, and you know you got like the good like Snicker bars, like the full, like not like the mini ones. I'm coming to your house.
I'm gonna be giving away those mini hand sanitizers.
And pennies. You giving out pennies too.
Everybody get a penny.
No, I'm not giving out pennies. Those hurt. I learned the hard way.
So would I be a nerd if I say, what about the candy itself? Once you get it home, do you wash it, sanitize it, the wrapper? What do you do?
It's really up to you what you want to do. I mean, some people are going to leave them. They're leaving them up on the counter for 3 days to get rid of it and everything. But I mean, realistically, I'm going to dive into it like as soon as I'm walking back to the house. I want my Reese's Pieces. I don't care if it's going to take me 3 days or whatever. But, you know, I love my, you know, my Halloween candy. So, you know, whatever. So that's what I'm going to do for.
Okay.
All right.
And then last but not least, actually 2 more things. We have Selena Gomez just released her skincare line called Rare Beauty, which is promoting natural beauty. So just giving you beautiful natural skin and everything. She's posted many like blogs about her like just wearing like the products just giving like natural skin versus like what we've seen like in the past where it's like full painted makeup and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So check her makeup out. It's a good price point and everything, so it's very approachable. You know, check that out. And then last but not least, my favorite is Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is doing a reunion, which won't be posted or won't be aired until Thanksgiving, but there's also a special house guest.
Ooh.
This is a special what?
House guest.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so
that's cool.
Thanksgiving
So,
will be posted.
I'm so ready for that.
Well, so it's just like a one-time deal, or are they bringing it back?
As far as I know, they're just doing a one-time deal, but you know what? If depending on like the success of it, like with every other thing else, like if it's a big success, they may bring it back, or they may even do like a reboot. So who knows what happens?
Yeah, that's gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope. I'm definitely watching it.
Little dance.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Cool. All right. So once again, for those of you that are just now joining us, we were asking everybody to help us with our campaign. We have a campaign to try to get 500 subscribers on YouTube by the end of October. So at Fierce Entertainment on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. You're going to see tons of footage of our previous shows as well as some of our past events, which is a lot of fun. But without further ado, let's bring in our first guest. I'm very excited for this.
Yes.
I don't want to be alone.
What's up? So we got Jamaica and Marlana from JamminMoguls in the house right away. What's up? You guys look beautiful. You guys look sharp.
Thank you.
Looking good. Looking good. Let me straighten up my jacket. Wow.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
We're doing good. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Jessica and Rob. And hello, Starr.
Yeah, man.
I'm going even to be talking to you about the fashion a bit later, but we're just so excited to be a part of Fierce Entertainment tonight. Just the amazing things that Rob and Jessica and you all have been doing. I mean, it's incredible. Some of the speakers that you've had on. So we thank you for having us on here tonight. It's been an extremely exciting week for us. We've been very, very busy, but thank you for having us on tonight. But JamminMoguls is a music marketing consulting management. We deal with all aspects of the entertainment. Also, we also have studio recording and production, and we've got really an A-list team of people like Andrew Lane, and Jamaica has been in the music industry for many, many years, close to 30 years in the music industry.
Wow.
And so we're super excited to get Andrew on here later, and we're just super excited to be here tonight. And
and we're super excited about you guys, man. So thank you so much for being here. So let's zoom back in on you guys, because I see some decorations back there on the wall, man. Some shiny, glittery stuff back there on the wall. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna have Jamaica tell you a little bit about that, and this all ties in with the whole breast cancer awareness and your vitality. I'm gonna have Jamaica talk about that. But that is a very special song. It has to do with breast cancer and his mom. And so this is perfect that you all brought up the breast cancer awareness tonight. So I'm going to have you introduce you to Jamaica Johnson. He is the marketing brain. He is the executive marketing director, manager, executive, consultant for this company. He is the brains for the entire marketing. All of those artists that you've seen on that video, he's been instrumental in pushing many of these artists out there. And, if some of you have looked at our website, you know that, over 200 million records sold already around the world.
Yes, that's crazy. That's crazy. So Jamaica, let me see. Blink twice if you're allowed to talk, because we also, this is Domestic Awareness Month, and I know how. I don't know, if you are you okay? Because Malana's doing all the talking. I just want to make sure that she's not peeking you underneath. We can't see where her hands are. I know, like when we used to be in church. My sister used to act, and my mom couldn't spank her in front of everybody, so my mom used to sneak over there and like pinch her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just like take good chunk of skin. Is Malana doing that to you, Jamaica? I'm cool. Are you cool? All right, cool. What's up, brother? Giving you a hard time, man. Good to see you. So tell us a little bit about that song, man, and that Malana was talking about, man, and how it ties in.
Your vitality is sitting behind me. It was the last effort that it's one of my last effort, and I'm working some different projects right now. But your vitality was a song that my dad sent me a song called "Last Dance" by Luther Vandross. Yes. Yes, and I was listening. So I listened to the song, and I he said it reminds him of my mom, stepmom Anita, and I love Nita. I still do love Nita. Anyway, I was putting together radio's record, his mixtape, and it was all full of pop and R&B and stuff like that. And radio had a really good pop and R&B album, but I heard The Last Dance by Luther Vandross. So I had this bachata track that I had did. I said, I'm going to write a song called I don't want to be alone. So I wrote it, and so I told Radio, I said, Radio, won't you sit with me and you write? So Radio wrote Your Bailo, and I wrote Your Bailo together, and that song came out, and it rocketed to number 12 on the.
Yes. So yeah, that's dope. So if you guys ever listen to just kind of our parents are from Panama, so we put on that radio station every once in a while. So Joe Baila Pati, I dance for you, that's all is popping, man. And so he just told us how it came about. Real quick, before we continue, you have a couple people saying hello, so we want to shout out how everybody is participating. So what's up? So my mom, what's up, Mom? She said hey to everybody, and Aaron Peel is joining us on YouTube. So what's up, Aaron? Shout out to you. Thanks for joining us. Yeah. So definitely you guys at home, if you're watching, definitely chime in and be part of the show, man. And if you have any questions for Jamaica or Milana about the music industry, go ahead and type it in the comments so we can pull it up and see if they can help out with that, man. So we've seen everything from the likes of Lil Wayne, Lil Kim, like the Beastie Boys, man.
Not Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne was on.
Andrew, sorry. I saw Lil Kim.
I want to hear a Tupac story. I grew up with that.
Okay.
To this day, he's still hot. But he's still hot today. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Tell us a Tupac story.
Well, I don't have a Tupac story per se because I market a Tupac, but I have Snoop Dogg story. I have a Lil story.
Okay.
I have a Aaliyah story.
Okay. All right.
So those type things. I have a Tupac because I was given the CD, and we were in charge of marketing Tupac, and I did a very good job doing that. But if you have any personal hand-on experience, you want to see me about Lil Kim.
Lil Kim, boy.
You got a story about her?
We want to know Lil Kim.
She was trouble. Well, no. My friend. I can't mention the name, but he's in Orlando. He was a DJ there, and Lil Kim came in with Soleil. She's married. She's married to Genuine, and Lil Kim and Soleil came into a concert at what's that? The Palladium right behind Wet and Wild.
Oh yeah. Palladium.
Yeah, Palladium. Right there.
A lot of time at that club.
Yes, Kim did a concert there, and what she did backstage was very remarkable because there's some people that had some hurt feelings, not mine. Who had some hurt feelings. What it was is that she wanted to get some not water, but she wanted like period. And they gave her vodka, they gave her regular water, and she wanted period. And the way they were acting, she had to let loose the dragon in there, and I sat there and go, yep, that's what you get. I got plenty of stories about them though.
Wow. And then so you also work with like Mary J. Blige and P. Diddy. Wow. Did some stuff with them.
I worked P. Diddy, but Andrew worked with Mary J. Blige.
Mary J. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. Mary's hot right now. I mean, because she's on the Power Book 2. I don't know if you guys watch that series on Starr. Power. Yeah, so
she's also on the Umbrella Academy too, acting and everything. She's like, she's pretty bad on that show too, like, which I appreciate.
Okay, yeah, I stopped watching. I need to get caught up. I stopped watching since the last season of the Umbrella Academy. But yeah, but she came in. She's with Method Man. Both Method Man and Mary J. Blige are introduced this season on Power Book 2, and they're both killing it right now. So, yeah.
Right.
Cool. So you guys told us a little bit about the story, right? But you guys are business partners, but you're also partners, right? Tell us a little bit, just a little, quick thing about how you guys met.
Well, I was headed to Las Vegas. From Austin, I was headed to Las Vegas on a business trip, and Jamaica was making a connecting flight in Austin, Texas, and he was headed to the Latin Grammys. Okay, so he was sitting right next to me, and actually the plane was going to leave without him. He was, I guess he had stepped out to go get some nachos or whatever it was that day, right? And so he had already sat down. I said hi to him, and then he left to go get food. And in the plane, the captain and the airline attendant was like, we're getting ready to take off, everybody seatbelt and everything. And I said, wait a minute. We're still missing one gentleman. He's food and everything. Just hold on. Give us a few minutes, right?
Wow.
And so that's kind of how we met on the plane. And,
And so you guys were sitting next to each other? Were you guys sitting next to each other or just close by?
Yes, we were sitting next to each other.
Oh,
and
wow.
he was he had a he doesn't like to fly, so many times when he's on the airplane, he's he probably has some wine and everything just to calm him down because he gets the flight jitters. Has the flight jitters. But anyways, and we started talking and everything. I was looking at him as a sale prospect. Because as a businesswoman that I am, he was a sale prospect, but I didn't know.
What type of sales were you doing? What type of sales were you doing at that time?
Well, actually, I deal with a multi-billion-dollar company out in Japan that has to deal with health and wellness and molecular hydrogen and antioxidants and everything. And I looked at him and I was like, you know what? This man needs help. He needs help with his health.
You signed him up.
And the thing was, I knew he had some alcohol on him, and he's like, "What's up?" And I knew that my product was going to kill that alcohol instantaneously after drinking it. So, anyways, that's how we started talking, and he was headed to the Latin Grammys, and he had invited me to go to the Latin Grammys with him.
Wow.
And the after party and everything. And I was like, first of all, I didn't know who he was. And I was, whatever, in my mind, I'm thinking, man, this guy is full of shit. And he kept on telling me, about the artists that he's working with, and they're going to the Latin Grammys, and he was talking about Pitbull and everything, and I was like, yeah, whatever,
Right.
Okay. You trying to get that sell.
So, anyways, but when I was in Vegas, we just got to know each other, and I was totally, the businesswoman that I am, just totally focused, working on stuff. Both of us are two very strong-minded alphas, and
right.
He's just being super sweet today.
So Jamaica, was it love at first sight? Was it like love at first sight when you saw her, or were you just drunk?
No, from my end, yeah. From my end, yeah.
Oh.
I had I saw her and I knew she won.
Wow.
Wow. That's amazing.
That's very
Wow. So that's crazy, man. That's a great love story. We love hearing love stories. Just to get back into the music part of it. So you guys have 200 over 200 billion records sold.
Wow.
Right under your belt, right?
In a group,
and correct me. Sorry, say again.
In a group setting, like everybody.
In a group setting, yes. Okay, you're part of that group, and within that group, right? Over 35 are certified platinum.
Yep.
Right. Over 40 certified gold. Is that correct? That is amazing, man. That is amazing. That is amazing.
We're gonna put them up when we move to our big house.
Yeah.
We have them, but we haven't put them on the wall yet. But we have
man.
Them.
So that is, I mean, that's a lot of stuff to be putting on the wall, man. You need to buy a house just for that, just for all the plaques.
Right? Like it's like a museum or art gallery.
Yeah, that's dope.
I used to have them at my house, and I used to have them at my studio when I was in Orlando, Florida. And my artists used to always come out and go, "Hey, what are you doing with those plaques?" And I go, but I've come to appreciate the plaques as I got older.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Good. I have a question. In the intro, it says, "Look, like a talent search." So, do you have like a event set up to where you're looking for talent? Do you have a casting, or is there something coming up that?
I'm like I always say, I'm always up for something. So I'm gonna be getting with Rob and Andrew about something real soon.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
And Jessica too.
Yeah.
So, because you bring up a good point. You have a lot of ties to Orlando. What are your ties to Orlando? Because we met you. I met you. We were part of a virtual conference talking about the arts and stuff like that. With actually Terry Olsen was facilitating. And so, but you have ties here. Tell us a little bit about those ties here in Orlando, because you're South Florida. Miami, and then you guys just recently moved to Naples, correct?
Yes. Well, what I did is when I finished up my degree in college, and I finished my intern with Atlantic Records, and I worked for Atlantic, and I left Atlantic. I started up my production company in Orlando, and I launched a boy band called Newground.
Wow.
And we started causing havoc in Orlando.
Wow.
I was banging head with NSYNC. I was banging head with Old Town. I mean, every last one of them. And unfortunately, Newground, they released a record, and the record was doing well. Unfortunately, the group broke up, but I kept the two members that I stayed in contact with was a guy named Kevin Cossum and a guy named Andrew Seeley. And I managed. I managed Andrew a little bit longer than I did Kevin Cossum. But I got Newground out there a long way. I mean, we was together from 98 to 2001. 98, 2001.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's amazing, man. So and then just in talking casually, we had a few conversations. We know a lot of people in common, like Monica May. You go way back with some of those DJs and stuff like that we spoke with in some of our other shows.
Monica May, she was at 1-2 Jam first, and I heard she moved to 94.5, right?
Yeah, she did. She actually started her own company, Monica May Communications.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now so she's doing her own thing now, which is great. Yeah. She talked to us a little bit. She was on the show a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
Monica is a very respected person over there in Orlando. Monica probably does. I haven't seen Monica in a billion years, but Monica is a very respected person. She was there when I was there with my. She was promoting 1-2 Jam stuff at a bunch of nightclubs, and she used to always be on my cousin Aruba.
Yeah.
Aruba, Jamaica. Anyway,
Right. Yours is Aruba. You're Jamaica. Yeah.
That's awesome.
He always used to be around that whole clique when we were doing a thing back then, and we were doing things.
Wow.
That's good.
Wow.
About your studio back in Orlando. I mean, you know, you had that studio in downtown, right by the library?
Yeah, well, we had a studio. I had a studio on Mercy Drive, on the northern part of Mercy Drive, where the next part of Mercy Drive, not the hood part of Mercy Drive.
The Mercy Drive, yeah, Mercy Drive. Okay, in Orlando, yeah.
You know, the nice part of Mercy Drive. Anyway,
Right.
there's a real estate and construction developer named Derek Wallace, who's in Orlando. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, I'm familiar with. I never met him, but I'm familiar with his work.
Okay, well, Derek Wallace helped me start my studio. In fact, Derek Wallace put a chunk of money into me.
Yeah.
Him, my father, my grandmother passed away, my grandfather passed away. Put a lot of money into my company, and I took over the old 102 Jams building that they had on Mercy Drive.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
It was a 4,000 square foot studio.
So maybe you could run for the president one day, because I know that's how the president got it started. His father gave him a lot of money.
Yeah.
He was able to start it.
No. The funny thing is that my dad knew that he knew that I had to earn it. So him and Derek knew that Derek was gonna give me the money, but it was like weeks and weeks and weeks of me begging for the money. Not begging, but earning the Derek Wallace.
Yes.
Ended up me going to Derek Wallace's office like 7:30 in the morning, and I stood outside his parking lot with a big sign said, "Derek Wallace, would you please help me out?"
Wow.
My father felt that was something that was necessary for me to get Derek Wallace attention, and so Derek helped me get that studio, and it was 4,000 square foot, and it was a big, beautiful studio.
Wow. Well, Derek, if you're watching, Fierce Entertainment, we need a new studio. So
send some money.
We'll work hard for it.
I need to make it for you.
Yeah. Oh man. So tell me, so you work also, I mean, because it's not just R&B and hip hop. You're also, Kid Rock, Hootie and the Blowfish. Tell us about, yes. So how do you, I guess with your ear, how do you hear talent? How do you identify this is somebody that I need to work with, or this is money right here, or you know what I mean? And for the artists, also, just to throw in there, for the people that are watching that are up and coming artists, you know what I'm saying, what are the requirements to be on with Jamar? You know what I'm saying? What level of talent do they need to have for them to be considered?
Well, this is the part that Malana tried to get me to calm down before I got on, but I got to let it out. Okay, so I'm going to let it out.
Oh, wait. Hey, no abuse. We don't want no Malana. You got to promise you're not going to abuse him on. Okay, domestic violence. We're just teasing you, Malana. You're so sweet. I know you.
Yeah, you are sweet.
Okay. What my secret is, if you can't sing, you can't sing. So if I hear an artist that can't sing, I'm judging a contest, or I'm judging some sort of event, and I see an artist and I can hear they can sing. In fact, I wish Andrew was on you with you right now. That's how me and Andrew met, because Andrew was, being nice, and he was somebody who could not sing. Andrew was like, I like you, but we would look for to deal with right now. And, and then 3 other people got on and started talking. When he put the camera on me, I go, all right, listen to me. You can't sing. Okay?
Wow. So you're like Simon.
That's what I'm trying to say, is that a lot of people said that I was Simon before they were Simon, but I was doing You Can't Sing back in '94.
So Simon is like you.
Sounds like you.
Yeah, I was before. I didn't know who sang. I was like, you can't sing. And I have a relation. I have a history with Monica May, who used to run 95.3.
Right.
So many, DJ Pro Style.
Yeah, Pro Style. Yeah, yes.
All you guys,
Chino, Nasty, all those guys, right?
All Nasty, all know who I am. And at some point in time, I have asked to be a judge at some sort of event, whether it's a 1 or 2 jam event, where it's a DJ event, 1 event, 185 event in Orlando. But I've done it everywhere. But when I come to the events and these people got that they couldn't sing,
yeah, I can't sing.
I had to let them down.
Wow. So that brings up a good point, because we had some conversation about marketing and doing stuff. I would just want to throw this out there for you. You might want to own that hashtag can't sing, and then when you see
you can't sing. That's what
can't sing, right? It's with an A. It's SANG, right? You can't sing. So and you see somebody online, you hashtag can't sing.
You can't sing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so that might be a good look. Wow.
I got to do a shout out to a person. The guy by the name of Stephen DeBrant, who's one of my engineer producers. He works over there in Tampa right now. He works for ABC. He's well on his way. But Steve, one time I moved my studio across the street from the library downtown.
Yes.
Right there.
Yeah, the downtown library.
Yeah, and I was making bank. When I was there, I made money hand over fist. I looked proper because I was in downtown Orlando.
Yeah.
Yes.
There was this girl, and I won't mention her name because she still lives in Orlando. I don't want her feelings anymore. But anyway, my mother had paid us a significant amount of money to promote her, right? To record a record.
Yeah.
Steve looks at me while the girl was getting ready to go into the vocal booth, and Steve looks at me and he said, "I'm not going to record her." And I look at Steve and I go, and he looks like Oscar De La Hoya. That's what.
Wow.
I go. What do you mean? I'm saying. He said, she goes, Jamaica, what is the biggest thing that you always say? I say, what? You see, she can't sing. I go, well, Steve, they're getting ready to pay us this amount of money. You go, I don't care. I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to get paid. I'll see you later. You call me. Let me head high and dry. So,
wow.
Oh shoot! I see you got your hashtag already.
We got the hashtag up there. I got the hashtag up there for you. Hashtag can't sing. We got it going. That's funny. Oh wow! So, we're going to continue on with the show, but I want to do. We're going to get into what's popping. What's popping is my segment where I kind of look through the internet and talk about different things that's happening, in the it could be in the industry, could be political. Sometimes we get political. We don't get too political, but things that a lot of people are talking about. And so I found an interesting topic that has just kind of been trending for a couple of days, and it's almost like a new celebrity was born within the last few days. And this celebrity's career is taking off. I think they're getting into politics, and it's just been like 2-3 days. So let's get into what's popping.
All right.
Here we go.
All right. So Pence's fly. I put that video together. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Andrew wants you to hit him up because he can't get on.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll get him on. I'll get him. I'll go ahead and send that on.
So while you're talking to Andrew, let's talk about this fly. Can we talk about this fly?
Oh my God.
So the fly, what does it say? Fly voted. Fly voted.
Yeah.
The fly has a voter registration card.
Yes.
Black Lives Matter.
That fly.
You know what I saw that was so funny is that immediately the night of the debate, Joe Biden's campaign bought the domain flywillvote.com. I thought that was genius. as like a website nerd, I'm like, wow, that's genius to like buy that so fast. But also
like
they've been selling fly swatters.
Just kidding.
That's a good political. I didn't hear. What would you say, Starr?
Some you would do. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, exactly.
My favorite was when they had like the fly and then they zoomed in with like the magnifying glass and it's like Jeff Goldblum as the fly.
As a fly.
Man,
oh man. So I put that thing together. I searched the internet and found all of these memes and I was like, yo, this is funny, man. So the fly is taking off, man. My favorite one, there was one that it said, Mama, come here, come look, Junior over here on TV. So I don't know if you saw that one.
Well, and so for the other side, you know, to show both sides, I saw one that said it was for Trump supporters, and it said, well, at least the fly knows who to choose, or something like that. So there you have it.
I did see one, in all fairness, with the fly had a MAGA hat on, right? And
I didn't want to see that.
I couldn't find it. I saw it and then I said, wait, I gotta come back. I couldn't find it again.
Couldn't find it later.
That thing went so viral. I swear, like within like the first 5 minutes that I saw it, like online, and then like my phone started blowing up with like flies. I'm like, what are people doing? Bored, and then also like everybody has like all these little memes and everything. I'm like, all right, well, we got time for that.
But now let me ask you this though: did you see the costume? The costume. There was somebody like a Halloween costume.
Costume. I love that.
Yes, there's a Halloween costume with the fly on it. Let's run that video again one more time, and then we're gonna get into world awareness.
All right.
Do I need to make this costume?
Yes. Yeah, and shout out to that artist at the end, Kate Garchichi, for doing that. I sent her a message and asked her if I could use that, and she didn't answer me, so I took it anyway. So, no, so I give her credit. But without further ado, all right, we got the man himself, Mr. Andrew Lane, that's getting ready to come in. He was on the movie shoot, and I know he might be short on time. They went over on the shoot, and that's a good friend of Jamaica, Marlana. So let's bring in Mr. Andrew Lane, and then we're going to get into, shortly after that, World Awareness with Devinder Malahan. Let's go. All right, Mr. Andrew Lane. What's up?
How are you?
Oh man,
you got your mask. You being safe?
Yeah.
I got my mask on because when you shoot out here, especially in LA, you gotta make sure everybody's COVID ready. Hey, I got a musical mask. See, I got the notes. See.
That's so
yes,
cool.
yes. Oh man. Oh, so thank you for being on the show today, man. We know you are crazy busy. Your boy Jamaica has been ribbing you since you weren't here. He been. So, oh man. So you've been how many years have you been in the music industry? Because you've done some huge things in the industry.
I've been in the music business for 33 years, and
wow.
10 of that in the movie space and the streaming space, but 33 years in totality.
Wow. And so you worked with the lights. You've worked with the lights with Nicki Minaj, Drake, Lil Wayne, right? And Keith Sweat. You go forever. Who else? Oh, Mary J. Blige.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about her and her new show. Why not? So
High School Musical, Hannah Montana.
High School Musical, Hannah Montana. Wow, my daughter used to love Hannah Montana, man.
Yes. I
Oh man.
That with my son.
So Andrew, before we get too deep in, I know you've been shooting a video all week and you live in the Hollywood life over there in California, man. Do we have you for a few minutes?
You do. I got about 5 minutes, So.
Oh wow. All right, cool. So let me spit these questions out real quick. All right, cool. So I want to get into the question of the day. What's a talent, a secret talent, or something that a quality that you have about yourself that most people wouldn't know?
I'm a historian too. I love to follow history, the history of the world powers, history of music, the history of archaeology. I could time periods. I love that. Linguistic,
Me too. Love it.
Properties, anything like that. I love doing that too, as well as studying your greats from Walt Disney, from the Carnegies, the Rockefellers, everybody there, JP Morgan. So because if you're going to be a mogul in this business or great in this business, you got to study the greats. And it's music just happened to be a part of business, but business encompasses everything.
We got a freeze. So Jamaica, while he's getting his signal back, tell us a little bit about how you guys met.
What?
How did you meet Andrew?
I met Andrew at we had something called the Fashion Rock, which is located on International Drive. Lou Pearlman's vehicle, and Andrew was there with a bunch of other. There was a guy from Curb Records. I still remember the setup. There was Curb Records, Andrew, and there was me, and Andrew, and then we're answering. And I like I told you that thing. I told that guy who was singing for us. I completely couldn't understand why that guy was singing for us because that's not met Andrew though.
Oh wow! Nice. Cool. So you guys became pretty good friends, right? You guys became pretty good friends since that, and you did some projects together, correct?
Oh, Andrew, many projects. over years. That's really
wow.
Yes.
Okay. So Andrew, yeah. So he's there in the California, and his stream is coming in now. Yeah, there you go. He's back. He's back with us. All right, cool.
I'm in the desert. I'm in the desert.
Okay. Hey, Andrew.
Yeah, Jamaica.
Hey, what's up? Hey, I told him about the first time I met you when at the Fashion Rock. Remember that? When you was in there. When we were sitting there with you, the lady, and that guy. We did not enjoy that one guy that was singing for us, but y'all answered the guy like, okay, well, we like you, but we don't. So you keep on pushing and you do all your thing. And then I looked at the guy and go, you can't sing.
I remember. I like to keep it real with people because, you know, if you're going to make this the reality of your business, I have a duty to keep it real to you. I can't color code it because the world's not going to be that way to you. I have to keep it real and just direct, but still constructive. I don't want to be destructive, but be constructive to you.
Right. And so Jamaica and Milana started a hashtag can't sing. So we're trying to get that trending. we're trying to get that trending. That hashtag can't sing. So I think that's going to be pretty dope, man. So you play several instruments. So we saw the video and looking on your Facebook, man. You do guitar, you do piano. Do you play anything else other than guitar, piano?
Bass and drums, and I'm a flautist too. You know.
Wow.
That was my first instrument, playing the flute. Can you imagine me growing up in Compton, California, playing a flute? It worked though.
Compton. So you grew up in Compton. Were you back there with the Aaron Aflalo, or was that generation, or were you the NWA generation, or
NWA and before, So.
And before, okay.
And then we moved from Compton to Long Beach, OBC, and went to the same school as Snoop did, Long Beach Jordan. Also me and Tommy Ford went to school together. Rest in peace, Tommy. We went to school together, and it was just a great time growing up in California.
Wow. So that's how you met. Like that's how you got met with Snoop Dogg and got in with like Cash Money and all that stuff. Is that how it was based off of that relationship, or?
It was interesting how this whole trip was. So me and my wife, we moved to Muscle Shoals, Alabama, to help people out and to help people better their lives. And I didn't know that it was the music capital of the world. I just wanted to help people. So this was 33 years ago, and a friend of mine says, "Well, why don't you just help me out while you're out here?" And he had me washing windows. I don't even like changing the time. I don't even like turning the lights on. You know what I mean? Because I'm particular about my hands. But you do whatever you can if you want to help people, because you want to be self-sacrificing. And little did I know that Muscle Shoals, Alabama, was the capital. Was one of the recording capitals of the world.
Wow.
But before that, I grew up with the guys. Arthur Adams, Wayne Henderson from the Jazz Crusaders, Quincy Jones, Camp, all those guys. They took me under their wing, and when I went to Alabama, I just started there, and from there, I went to Nashville, Atlanta. That's where, with the TLC, with Tion and Lisa.
Yes.
Wow, yeah.
Keith Sweat. I was on tour with Monica when Monica was just 15 years old. And when I was on the road, I was like, you know what? I'm making everybody else money is playing keyboards for, Monica and Speech of Arrested Development. Why don't I start producing and developing talent? 33 years later, here I am.
Nice. Wow. Nice. So what would you say was like the highlight of your career, man? You seem like, you did 33 years in the industry. You've done a lot. What would be, besides hanging out with Jamaica, what would be your highlight for your career?
Well, you guys might not like this, but I'm a Laker fan. So it's in stages.
Oh, yeah. I don't like it. I don't like it, brother.
I got to give you 17 reasons. I'm just messing with you.
I think we're losing the signal. I think we're losing the signal again.
Oh yeah, okay. It's convenient now, right?
Rob,
I got you, Rob. There are several highlights. One highlight is working with Keith Sweat. I learned a lot from Keith. In the Sweat shop, learned a lot from him. And then the second highlight, High School Musical. Hannah Montana.
That was huge, man. That was a movement. That High School Musical thing was a whole movement, and Hannah Montana. That whole time, that time frame was huge for Disney, man.
Mm-hmm.
To this day, exactly. And then the bringing on
yeah.
franchises, have music through the bringing on franchises, and then from then I started to develop a lot of talent, working and developing talent like Becky G, working with Julia Michaels when they were younger, Ross Lynch, and then since then I worked with a plethora of talent, and I could really say that I'm the kid millionaire maker, because a lot of kids I'm working with are multi-millionaires.
Wow.
And that's a blessing. I say that out of humility.
Yes. Wow.
Out of
man.
Humility.
Oh, I think we're losing that. That desert heat is getting to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
there I am. I'm back.
There you go.
There you go.
You're back. There you go. You're back. Okay. So I will say shout out to the Lakers. I do know that you're a big Lakers fan. I saw that on your Facebook, and they will win their championship. They will win probably tonight. They're gonna close out Miami Heat, which I'm not a Miami fan either, but because I'm Orlando Magic, but I like the Lakers less. But I gotta get credit.
I gave you that same look that Michael Jordan did when he talked about the glove. Very painful. I gave you that same look.
Oh,
I have no problem with other teams.
Man. But, the only problem I'm gonna tell you, and we're gonna. Okay. We'll get off sports, man. But thank you for being here, man. I know you got to go, but I do want to ask you if you could drop some secrets. I know you may not be able to, but you're working on a project filming right now. Can you give us a little hint, any type of little nugget of what you're working on, man?
So this project that I have are involving some of my clients and artists, and one of my good friends, Dallas, who's a producer. He does a lot of stuff for DirecTV. He does for Netflix. And so I'll give you a little hint. It's a movie it's Oblivion meets Mad Max. Okay.
Wow.
And it's post-apocalyptic.
Wow.
I'm on board.
Okay.
So it's encrypted of what's going on today and what the world.
Okay. Oh, we're losing him.
It's a secret. We just gotta stay tuned.
Look, if Tina Turner comes on board, I'm gonna lose all my.
Oh, so Andrew, thank you so much for being on the show today. We know that you're busy. We want to get you back another day when when you have a little bit more time. Stay healthy, stay safe, and stay fierce, man.
Thank you so much. Hey, and if you can repeat after me, say, I love LA.
No. I'm not doing that. Go Magic. Nope.
Magic. Okay, I'm gonna leave you on Colonial Drive, bro. I'll see you.
All right, take care, brother.
Hey, thank you guys. All right. Appreciate it. All right.
All right, take care, man. Cool. So Jamaica, Marlon, we're still hanging out. We're gonna get ready to do some world awareness. So you guys still cool with hanging out with us?
Yes, we are.
All right. Let's get into the world awareness with Deviner Malhan. All right, Mr. Deviner Malhan. All right, so every time we have Deviner, something always new and exciting is happening with him. So the first time he came on the show, right?
Oh Lord, that was scary.
Yeah, his dog got.
No, my dog was safe. I protected my dog. My fucking bike got stolen.
His bike got stolen.
So I had to pick up my bike for my security of the traveling public, which was my dog. I mean, it was just, I lost heartbeats that day, but it was scary.
So Deviner, so the funny thing is, he is like one of the most peaceful people that I know, right? So Deviner is let me explain it because you did threaten to kick my ass on this show. Right? You did threaten that. And we have proof.
And I still will. So don't you worry.
Have proof.
I'm doing push-ups while I'm getting it out at the right time. And yes, you'll need a bigger studios to record that fight. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. Oh wow. So let me introduce you to Jamaica Malana. And Jamaica Malana, let me introduce you to Deviner. So Deviner is he's a designer, an artist, and an activist. He does like fashion designs and clothes, like international designer. His handbags were listed in as one of Oprah's favorite things. He's known. Casey Malhan is his brand, and it's been around for years, and so he's pretty well known. But the man behind it is also, he's been an activist for several years as well, and he's very passionate about human rights. But ironically, as passionate as he is about human rights, his rights were violated live on our show when they stole his bike, and then his dog Mellow Yellow sat there and watched. And
Mellow, man. Yes, he has to go for dog therapy.
Oh man! All right, so Deviner has been doing this segment called World Awareness, right? So he's been dropping some knowledge for us once a week. And so, what do you have for us today, Deviner?
Well, we have I think we're all moving in the right direction. Not all of us, but I think the movement is moving in the right direction. I think the administration that wants to listen is listening to us, and the ones that are not listening, we have the choice to replace them, and that's the people's choice. Not I can just provide like guidance or whatever I have. So I know locally we've made some big strides, but we have still a ways to go. But I want to just focus on the good, and that is that you both have been very instrumental in the changes, and I think truly people are realizing the issues and the problems that we've had in the past, and the educated and the people who can question authority and an administration are changing their minds. So I feel we're going in the right directions, but we have to, it's a war. So on the flip side, the thing is that you have a lot of casualties, and unfortunately, right now, in most of the governments and administration, they always target the young men, because the young men, not some of the girls do, but ladies do, and I don't want to. And they've died too, and we've lost some precious princesses. But the main men are hunted a little bit more, because I think they still respect women and children. I hope they at least don't drop that low of their standards as a human being.
But when you say that men are being hunted, when you say that, where do you mean, like in the streets of Orlando right now, or
I think it's global. It's globally, and I work with Amnesty International, and the local chapter is 519. And Amnesty, we've been growing over the years, and I stopped counting at 5 million or so, and I just don't want to. That's not my focus. But we work, and every one of us have chosen. The thing is that we've chosen our own little projects. So our chapter won an award for. We started a program we sent all the inmates that were awaiting the death penalty in Florida. We send them. Yeah, we all signed a card once a month for the whole month for all of them, because no one really sends them mail or birthday cards or Christmas cards.
Wow.
So so there's only a core group of 7. Everyone promises to show up. We've got hundreds of volunteers, and I spent so much hours. But that's not the point. The point is we won an award for that, and that a little program has been duplicated, or they're using it as an example in other cities around the world.
Wow, that's amazing. Cool.
So that was,
thank you. Oh,
now
so I was go ahead. Sorry.
Now I'm working on the genocide. I'm working on the project, which has been the most, I think, painful, is because it's local, is the excessive force by police officers. So we are policing the police, and that's been painful. And that's where the children are being hunted.
Wow. Yes. Thank you. That and we appreciate your work and what you're doing. And yeah, thank you for sharing that with us. Are you gonna stick around for a little bit?
Well, yeah, it's the after unplugged part that I love, and that's when they need to subscribe in order to be part of that. Or you know what, they ain't getting this for free forever. You know,
They get it for free.
It's
Oh, okay. So
Friday
wait.
night, man, we can party on our own. We share ourselves, so they gotta subscribe to this. That's it. New rules.
And
When did they have to subscribe? When did they have to subscribe to?
Wow.
Just subscribe. Gotta hit that little subscribe button on YouTube. What? They can't hit a little button?
After party.
Yes.
After party. That costs big money. That's after, like behind.
Okay, got you.
Okay, cool. So let me get into the question of the day. Let me get into, I got to ask Andrew before he left. So I might go ahead and start with Jamaica and Milana. And Milana, we like to do ladies first. I'm gonna start with you. So what is a hidden talent that you have that most people wouldn't know about yourself?
Well, most of the time hidden talent. I think feng shui. Have you all heard about feng shui?
Yes.
And water, and I practice that a lot. And here at home, Jamaica is constantly hearing about flying stars, and the movement of the stars and the energy and everything. So yeah, I absolutely, there's a science to that. There's mathematical calculations to that. So I really, I've delved into this over 15 years ago, and
wow.
We actually, even here, the studio and everywhere I go, I love practicing feng shui.
Wow.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah. So
I studied that in design. That's pretty cool.
Really? So can you beat somebody up with that? Like feng shui? That you practice feng shui?
No. That's something totally different.
Hold up. I'm trying to figure out, okay, how does feng shui mix with fashion? Please, Mom, tell me. I'm sorry, what's your name?
Matthew.
No, not Matthew. Starr.
So I started in interior design, and I studied that in my interior design class.
Yeah,
the Jiva.
Cleaning out the old and placement and greenery and things like that in your home.
So I was asking, it's like that. So I was asking, how does feng shui match in fashion? Because I really want to know.
So a lot of times too, like with feng shui, you understand like the person's like their like astrological demographics and everything. So like for myself, I'm a metal monkey. So a lot of times like metal for me is like a very like positive thing. So if you can like incorporate that somehow into like the fashion, like individually, showing like individual person's, fashion aspects would be very positive.
Yes, and I'm wearing red today, as you can tell. This is a good color for me. I've always been intrigued by the ancient science. And many of these business moguls in Hong Kong, Taiwan, and many of these places, they practice that. And, it's a business advantage also. So first time when he got together with me and he heard about it, and he was like, what?
Fungus? We don't like fungus. So is that like the decoration in the background? Would that be like feng shui? Is that what we're seeing back there? I mean, it looks beautiful. The setup behind you is beautiful.
That setup is, some of it, yes, I use a lot of the metal and wood elements and combining colors and everything into the skin. So, yeah, in Jamaica, he gets annoyed with the whole Flying Stars because the Flying Stars, they change every single month.
Oh, wow.
So he's like seeing me shift furniture around, moving things around and things like that. But he's getting used to it now, right, honey?
Oh, so you gotta move. So you can't just set up your house feng shui and leave it. You gotta keep
shifting it.
Well, some people, they can do the entire year, but I kind of, are more into making the whole energy work every, whenever the stars fly around and everything. I know it sounds crazy to some people, but it does work.
Wow.
Very
okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we're gonna ask Jamaica. Jamaica, we're gonna ask you the question of the day. What's a hidden talent that you have that most people would be surprised to know about you?
Man, I don't know. I mean, I'm like open book, but I'm a closed book at the same time. Because why I'm saying that, because I only let people know what I want them to know about me. And that's why when the social media thing came out, I was really pushing away, because, like, for instance, I called a friend of mine who's a huge guy in the music industry. He's bigger than Andrew, bigger than me also. And I called him and I told him, I said I was going to talk about him on the show. He said, Jamaica, you call me after this. Don't talk about me on the show.
Oh, wow.
But he's going to be on your show. I'll tell you about him later, Robert, when we're on air. But he's a necessary guy. Anyway, I have always, I'm not. I've always had a way of showing who I am without showing people who I am. So I don't have hidden talents. Only thing I've always had in me is, can you perform? Can you sing? Can you dance? I mean, what? And I didn't hold back. I mean, Andrew, he's my buddy. Andrew says all the positive things. Everybody said all the positive things. I just wanted to know, you can't sing.
Yeah.
So that's my hidden talent, is that I did not hold back. I just told you how I felt.
I can tell you a story about this, okay? When Jamaica and I just got together, okay, and I found that, when I knew about all his plaques and all his credentials and everything else, and I love to sing. So, in high school and in college, I mean, I would do karaoke parties at the house every single weekend with my friends and everything. And I would, whether I'm working or whatever, I'm constantly singing and humming at home, right? So when we first got together, I had heard about all of his stories about, people can't sing, right? So he would, every time we got together, he was like, honey, won't you sing something? And I said, no. Are you crazy? So, one day, I mean, I thought he was out, at a meeting somewhere, okay? And so I was upstairs singing and humming and everything, and I didn't know that he had come in already. I had been avoiding for the longest time to sing, to hum, anything around him, because
you didn't want him to. He scared you.
And he would, and I said, what about your girlfriends, your ex-girlfriends? I mean, were you this brutally honest with them? And he said, what? Absolutely. So I was terrified to sing in his presence, right? So one day he went upstairs and I was singing and everything. He goes in and he was standing at the door listening to me sing. And he walks in and he goes, you can sing.
Wow.
You sound really good, honey. And I turned around. I was like, oh my God, I didn't know you were standing. How long have you been standing there? And then he goes, and I turned around and I said, yeah, you're just saying that because you know what? I'm your girlfriend. And what did she say, honey?
No, because any girl I ever dated, she ever sang around me. I hurt her feelings.
Oh wow!
My
hashtag can't sing.
My daughter, the queen of my seed, Brittany Johnson, came to my studio and she was in the vocal booth singing. And my engineer was Donnie Smith. He was recording her, and I came upstairs and I walked in the studio and I go, "Who's back there singing?" And Donnie goes, "It's your daughter." I go, "What?" And I rushed back in the background. I said, "Brittany, what you doing singing?" Well, then I was singing. And I said, "You can't sing."
Can't sing.
My daughter can't sing. And my she's a suspect, but they will not sing for me because I told them if y'all want to sing, y'all sing for me, not me.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
you know you can sing. He's giving
Andrew is promoting High School Musical. Andrew promoted he had a song on the High School Musical called "Keep Your Head in the Game" Part 2.
Yeah.
I had an artist on "Keep Your Head in the Game" Part 1, the one that went to the one that won the Emmy. His name was Andrew Seeley. That was the artist I got out of Altamont Springs, Florida.
Oh wow!
And me and Andrew met on Factory Rock, but me and Andrew later on met again at High School Musical when that was going out.
Wow. And so, yeah, I know that because my daughter used to watch that over and over again. And then my son was into basketball. So that was like the one scene because it was like the whole basketball, scene. Yeah. So
that was my artist.
Wow. That's dope. Yeah, that's dope. Cool. So we're going to get into, I want to drop my public announcement real quick. So I had an opportunity to work with Mayor Demings and the Martin Luther King Initiative, and my good friend Cantana Thomas, who's the chair of the marketing and PR committee. I'm the co-chair. So we edited this video for the mayor, and we're gonna go ahead and debut it right now. They actually launched this today, this morning, this afternoon. And so we're going to launch it right here so people could check it out while getting out the vote.
All right, let's do it.
Come on.
I'm in for 10. Are you in for 10?
Hey, I'm in for 10. Are you in for 10?
I'm in for 10.
I'm in for 10. Are you in for 10?
I'm in for 10.
Are you in for 10?
I'm in for 10. Are you in for 10?
Hi, I'm Monica May.
And hi, I'm Lisa Bachman.
We're your co-chairs for the Orange County MLK Initiative. We're in for 10. Along with Mayor Jerry Demings, we're encouraging everyone to join us via Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Use your pages for the I'm in for 10 challenge. We'd like for each of you to tag 10 or more of your faves, your friends or family, starting this week as a push to get the word out about voting on November 3rd.
On Election Day, we're asking that you use the Orange County Supervisor of Elections Office's social media hashtag #OrangeVotes. This will show that you voted and supported our challenge. To further show your support, you can update your Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter profiles with one of the Vote or Election Day banner frames to post with your Supervisor of Elections I Voted sticker. Finally, on behalf of Orange County Mayor Jerry Demings and the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Initiative membership, let's go. Let's get out and let's vote. Let's be in for 10.
I'm in for 10.
Estoy por 10.
I'm in for 10.
I'm in for 10.
I'm in for 10.
Je suis partante avec 10.
I'm in for 10.
In for 10.
I'm in for 10.
不要忘了您的公民义务。
Moi la donne pour 10.
I'm in for 10.
Yo estoy por 10.
Are you in for 10?
Lisa, are you in for 10?
Monica, I am in for 10.
All right, yeah. So thank you. Did you guys see your boy? I made a little debut in there too. Did you see your boy there?
We saw you at the end.
Yes. Yeah. So that's the campaign.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's the campaign. I'm in for 10. So definitely, encouraging everybody to just, get the 10 other people to commit to vote and make sure that you're in for 10. This actually, any banner, we're promoting the hashtag #OrangeVotes. for Orange County. But any banner, there's several voting banners out there. We encourage you to drop one of those on your profile page. This is one that I actually created too for the initiative. So you can find it on Facebook. I'm in for 10, and you'll see it on my profile page on Facebook.
Facebook. Okay.
Yes,
With
y'all.
that being said, like, are there any other hashtags that we can like keep an eye out for, that we can like keep, kind of like whenever we have a photo, we can just like add that to our Instagram or whatever.
Yeah, there's another one called hashtag can't sing. You could put that one on there.
No.
And What'd you say?
Hashtag Nuevo.
Nuevo.
Nuevo. Hashtag Miatco. Spell it for me.
MANIA.
And also hashtag A-Lace Production for Aaron Peel.
Okay. Cool. So, shout out to Shadi Nelson. Said, where's the drinks?
Oh, Sue. Friday night. We got the
I said, it's supposed to be happy hour. Yeah, there you go. There y'all go.
Where you at, Rob?
Oh man, I'm on sipping on water right now. I'm sorry.
Water.
So it's not moonshine.
Cheers.
There's a little spike with a little bit of bleach. You know what I'm saying? Because I call it the Trump, because I'm trying to protect myself from the Rona, and so the president said put bleach in it, and so that's what I do. So I put it like just a cup of bleach, not a cup, but a capful, and then mix it in there.
Keep following the president.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh wow. So yeah, we get toast.
Toast. Cheers.
Here we go.
Friday night.
Cheers.
Yes.
Friday night.
Cheers.
All right.
Jesse, gotta take a picture.
Okay. All right, here we go.
You gotta give me a real glass.
Cheers.
I got like 4 pounds.
Oh man, Shetty's that water better turn to wine.
Praying for a miracle.
I'm praying for a miracle, man. Oh man, I'm doing this keto diet, man. So yeah, I had to relax on it for a little bit. And not only that, but I did cheat the other day. I was hanging out with my cousin that came in town. He surprised us. He came into town solo. Came from New York. So I had a few beers this week. So I already did my cheat for the week.
Okay.
So yeah. So I had to do water today. Cool.
All right.
Well,
great show, guys.
Yes. Yeah, so I want to thank Jamaica Johnson, Malana, Andrew Lane, Devender Malhan. Devender always has something crazy.
Yes.
A big shout out. I gotta say it over and over again. Boy, Aaron Peel, he is the next Jimmy Johnson in
yes.
Aaron Peel is he's no joke. And
Aaron Peel, so that's Aaron Aaron Peele, correct?
No, PEI.
Oh,
Peel at A-List, okay. And also Miatico and Nuevo.
So where can we find out about these artists? Can we go to your website? If we go to your website, will we be able to see like everything you have coming up, the next few artists that you have coming up?
Yeah, and Milan's going to put something up about Aaron Peel in the next few days.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna go ahead and drop your website up here real quick. Let's see, boom.
Yep.
At JamminMoguls.com.
Yep.
Right. Yep. And so the social media, the Instagram and everything's the same, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, T Fierce, I want to thank you guys for being on the show today as well. Matthew, Starr, and my little sis Jessica. Those of you that's watching this, you can watch. I know, so we do a lot of live. People watch it live, but this thing lives on, and we're going to be doing watch parties all week long. Yeah. So if you're watching this in a watch party and you see somebody that's in the music industry that should hear this and watch this or will enjoy this show, go ahead and share it. Go ahead and share it to one of your groups, share it to anywhere. And help us reach our goal for 500 subscribers on YouTube. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers and it's Fierce Entertainment. Those of you at home, stay healthy, stay safe, and stay fierce.
Peace.
Peace.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Mimi from Peace on the Streets. Right now, we have 3 power hitters, guys. We have Fierce and Jennifer Young Agency along with Peace on the Streets Radio. We developed a program called Media Power Push program on the MediaPowerPush.com.
And that program starts out with a business strategic consultation that's going to determine what your call to action is from your business.
This will also include your listing in the IBA Success Magazine directory, a roll call on Peace on the Streets Radio, pop-up banners at events, a digitally created ad, and an appearance on Fierce Entertainment Live. On top of all of that, your ad will be placed on all of our social media platforms 2 times a month.
And what you guys are going to get is the power of these 3 companies. And we are so excited to bring that to you.